In the quiet hum of a sun-drenched meadow, a world of intricate design and ceaseless activity unfolds. Here, amidst clover and wildflowers, tiny aviators embark on missions of profound importance. These are the honeybees, small creatures of immense significance, architects of a golden city, alchemists of a sweet treasure, silent guardians of our floral kingdom. Their lives are short, yet their legacy is woven into our ecosystems. To understand the bee is to understand a principle of nature, complexity and beauty arising from many small individuals working as one harmonious whole. The home of this family is the hive. From a distance, a simple, unassuming box, or a hollow in an ancient tree. Step closer, a metropolis in miniature. A constant stream of traffic flows in and out of its single entrance. Flurry of golden bodies departing with purpose, returning laden with pollen and nectar. A place of perpetual motion, powered by tens of thousands of tiny hearts. The air vibrates with a gentle, resonant hum. Countless wings beating in unison. Each member devoted to the survival and prosperity of the colony. Within this citadel, every action has a purpose. Every individual, a role. The interior of the hive is a marvel of natural engineering, a city sculpted entirely from wax. This remarkable substance is produced by the worker bees themselves, secreted as tiny, translucent flakes. They carefully chew and mix it with saliva to make it pliable, before meticulously constructing the very foundation of their world, the honeycomb. This is a perfect, repeating pattern of hexagonal chambers. The six-sided chamber is a masterpiece of efficiency, maximum storage with minimal wax. Honey stored in capped cells, pollen packed into adjacent cells. The comb gives strength and stability. These chambers serve multiple vital purposes. They are the pantries. Pollen, the bee's protein source. Honey, their energy-rich carbohydrate. The arrangement is strategic. Honey high in the comb, pollen near the nursery. These cells are cradles of the next generation. The queen deposits a single pearlescent egg into each brood cell. Dual purpose, larder and nursery. The hive is precisely climate controlled. Ideal brood temperature, 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Celsius. In cold, they cluster and vibrate to produce heat. In heat, they fan to create a draft and bring water for evaporative cooling. The life of the hive is sustained by an elite team, the forager bees. These are older worker bees, several weeks old. Their final, most perilous job is to venture into the wider world. Their mission: gather essential resources: water, pollen, nectar. A forager's day begins at dawn as she leaves the hive. She soars into the sky. She may travel up to 5 kilometers, 3 miles, in her search. A remarkable distance for such a small creature. Her senses are tuned to colors and scents of blooms. She lands and gets to work. Her primary tool is a straw-like tongue called a proboscis. She reaches into the heart of the blossom to sip nectar into a special stomach, the honey crop. The honey crop is for transport, not digestion. A single forager may visit hundreds or thousands of flowers to fill her crop. Her fuzzy body gathers pollen, and with each visit she fertilizes the next blossom. This is pollination. The bee gets nectar, the plant gets reproduction. The forager is tending the garden of the world. With her honey crop full, the journey is only half complete. She carries a load that can be a large portion of her body weight. She navigates by the sun, polarized light, and a remembered map of landmarks. Back at the entrance, she passes her cargo to bees inside. After a brief rest, she will likely set out again. When a successful forager returns, she does not deposit nectar directly into a cell. She seeks a younger house bee, the receiver, to begin the next stage. This is where the true alchemy begins. The forager regurgitates nectar. The house bee carefully receives it. Trophallaxis. The nectar may be passed multiple times. Each exchange mixes special enzymes from salivary glands. The most important is invertase. Nectar is rich in sucrose. Invertase breaks it into simpler sugars, glucose and fructose. Simpler sugars are easier to digest and less likely to crystallize. Another vital enzyme is glucose oxidase. With oxygen, it produces gluconic acid and hydrogen peroxide. Gluconic acid lowers pH. The environment becomes inhospitable to microbes. Hydrogen peroxide acts as an antimicrobial, protecting against spoilage. This built-in preservation grants honey a famously long shelf life, months, even years. Enzyme-rich nectar is placed into an empty honeycomb cell. Fresh nectar can be up to 80% water. To become honey, it must drop to around 18%. Bees generate a gentle airflow through coordinated fanning. They spread the nectar thin to maximize exposure for evaporation. Moving air picks up moisture and carries water vapor out. Sugars concentrate, the liquid thickens. Thousands fan for hours to cure the crop. At 17 to 18% moisture, the honey is ripe and stable. They produce fresh wax and cap the cells, an airtight seal. Protected from moisture and contaminants, it can be stored indefinitely. A honeybee colony is a marvel of social organization, a city populated almost entirely by females. The vast majority are worker bees, sterile daughters of a single mother, the queen. These sisters perform every task to maintain and grow the colony. A worker's life is a progression of roles. A newly emerged bee begins indoors. First, cleaner. She tidies cells, preparing them for eggs and storage. Days later, she becomes a nurse. Her glands produce royal jelly for the youngest larvae. Older larvae receive a mixture of honey and pollen, bee bread. She may serve as a royal attendant, feeding and grooming the queen, or become a builder, producing wax, constructing and repairing comb. A few hundred males, drones, are larger, with massive eyes and no stingers or pollen baskets. Their one purpose is to mate with a virgin queen. At the heart is the queen, the only reproductively active female. Her sole function is to lay eggs, up to 2,000 a day at peak. Her pheromones signal presence and health, maintaining social order. In the brood nest, she deposits eggs no bigger than grains of rice. After 3 days, eggs hatch into larvae-fed royal jelly, fueling explosive growth. Larvae grow, cells are capped, and within, a miraculous metamorphosis unfolds. 12 days later, a new bee emerges, ready to work. Within the dark, crowded hive, bees communicate by dance, touch, and scent. The waggle dance is a symbolic map conveying direction and distance. The dance angle maps to the sun's position. Straight up means fly toward the sun. Down means away. The waggle run length signals distance. Short is near, long is far. Others feel the vibrations and sample her scent to know which flowers to seek. This cooperative code turns thousands into a highly organized harvesting machine. Every drop of honey is countless small acts, a million flower visits and tireless work. When we enjoy honey, we taste the essence of a landscape, meadows and forests explored. Yet this world faces unprecedented challenges. Bee populations are in decline. Habitat loss, harmful pesticides, parasites like varroa, and climate mismatches all take a toll. Bees are essential to our food, from apples and almonds to blueberries and broccoli. Their decline threatens food security and planetary health. We can help. Plant diverse native flowers in gardens, balconies, and public spaces across seasons. Reduce or eliminate pesticides. Small changes make a big difference. Support responsible local beekeepers to maintain healthy populations. By taking these steps, we can mend the web of life, ensure the gentle hum of honeybees continues for generations. Their survival is our sweet legacy.